All right, so tonight is the announcement for the AP Coach of the Year. I guess the NFL honors are handed out tonight. And Dan Campbell is one of the guys that can win it. Finalists are Kevin Stefanski from the Browns, John Harbaugh from the Ravens, DeMeco Ryans from the Texans, Kyle Shanahan of the 49ers, and Dan Campbell. Do you think this will be an injustice if Dan Campbell doesn't win?
No. Depends on who does. But I think that there are a couple of other really good candidates there.
I'm not sure how DeMeco Ryans doesn't win it.
That's the thing. Taking that Houston team and trusting the offense to a rookie quarterback, playing soundly around him to the point where did they win the division or they just make the playoffs?
They won the division, didn't they?
So, I mean, all that with a new coach, rookie head coach, and they took advantage of their two picks on offense and on defense with Will Anderson on the defensive side. I think it should be him. And yet I love Dan Campbell, and if Dan Campbell gets it, then there shouldn't be any issue with that either because, hey, he won 2 playoff games, won the division as well, and improved from one season to the next by 3 wins. Now, Ryan's had a bigger increase in wins.
He improved by 7 wins.
Yeah, but look at what the Lions did. Campbell went from 3 wins and a tie to 9 wins the next year. So moving up from 9 wins, it's hard to move up all that high, and he did 3 in the regular season. Then you tack on 2 more in the playoffs.
This feels like just on the basis of the data of the resume alone, DeMeco Ryans should win it. Going from 3-13-1 to 10-7 and a playoff team with a rookie quarterback is more than any fan base could reasonably ask for. And Houston will be cited in the future as the team that, hey, Houston did it. Remember what Houston did between 2022 and 2023? People will say, that's who we want to be.
Well, and the other guy that should get consideration is Stefanski in Cleveland. They won 11 games this year, and how many quarterbacks did they go through to do it? And they finish up with Joe Flacco, pulling him off the scrap heap, and they won 11 games. So I think that's deserving. But what you remember is, what happened in the playoffs, and they didn't get it done. But, yeah, I think between those 3, any one of them you can make a strong case for. You could probably make a strong case for Kyle Shanahan as well. Look, but this is going to come out before the Super Bowl is played. But he's got a lot to work with, and they've been there before. They've been in the NFC Championship game before. So do you set that against what the other guys have done? And John Harbaugh gets back to the AFC Championship game, but he fell short and gets beaten by a Kansas City team that on paper didn't look anywhere near as good, and you lost at home in the AFC Championship game.
So what's interesting about this, though, is Campbell, if Campbell wins it won't be a shock, right? It won't be a shock.
No.
But we've just gone through something that we could do all summer long, and that is question Dan Campbell's coaching.
Careful.
Yeah, I know. But if the totality of your work has you so well respected, but it comes with, this other part, because there were some very hostile calls in the wake of the loss to San Francisco. Now, I guess you can be coach of the year and people can still be mad at you at the same time. And we had a few people call and say, look, I love Dan Campbell, but I think he really effed this up. Does the coach of the year award, I don't want to say vindicate, but let you know that enough people see that what you are doing has a far more positive impact, because every coach does something that hurts the team at some point. They just do.
Yeah, I mean,
you have so many decisions to make, you can't get them all right.
I don't know if it vindicates or there's a vindication or validation of what they've done. I just think it's a nice award to win. I mean, I feel like there's plenty of coaches that have won Coach of the Year award, and you don't even think twice about it because maybe it's all what have you done for me lately? It's a reward for what happened this season.
Yep.
And I feel like we've had a lot of people that have won Coach of the Year and then didn't work out. They win it before they come to Detroit, and then they come to Detroit and nothing happens. Like the last couple of basketball coaches we've had.
Okay, so this one's voted on by the Associated Press, and I think it's widely considered like the award, but we've seen Dan Campbell already win Coach of the Year awards, including the one by the Sporting News. The Sporting News asks players, coaches, and executives to anonymously vote for these awards. And we're encouraged not to vote for members of their own team. They want it to be you're honored by your peers. Should that be more important? Because to me, that should be held up as a better example. The people in the game have the respect for you.
I mean, not that it matters in the grand scheme of things,
of course
except
not.
to those people. But if I were a coach and I were given an award, would I rather get the award given to me by players and other coaches, or would I want the award given to me by the media? When you want the respect from your peers.
Yeah.
That means more. But does it matter?
I mean,
it's nice to have.
Yeah.
It's great to put up on a mantle somewhere if you win it.
But the funny thing is, in their jobs, there was a very distinct way of measuring the job that you did.
Yes, it's with wins and losses.
Yep. And so the other things you get, like a Coach of the Year, or in Brad Holmes' case, he was voted the Executive of the Year by his peers, that it's nice, and you don't like say, no, I don't want that. And I guess it means you're probably not doing a bad job. And you can affirm that if you're a Coach of the Year finalist or you win Coach of the Year, you're not doing a bad job. But it doesn't mean he should get a lifetime contract and never be questioned for anything he ever does.